Question came up the other day from one of the people on the salon team training Facebook page, and they wanted to know about, with their senior stylists, how do you keep them from not feeling left out when the associates are getting the attention and during the training, etc. Well, the first thing that I would say is, number one, is just to get them involved. So, but remember, the label that we gave this beast, there's a lot of information, very complex information that's on there. And as much as I hate the word foundational, but I always think of, people think of foundation and advanced. It's foundational, but really advanced is nothing more than a better understanding of the foundational information, so that you can either break rules but still know that what you're doing when you break them, because it's all about understanding and knowledge. And that's exactly what this program is about. While it's labeled for the associates, that's assuming that the other people have already been through the associate program, and they're now their level of experience combined with the level of knowledge that the associate's just learning is just far superior than to what, or more advanced, I'll put it, than what the associate is getting right at the present, or the skill set that the associate has right at the present. So number one is just remember that if you've got senior stylists, if you're starting your program and your senior stylists don't have the information yet, then get them involved. Give them access to it so that they can learn from it. If they want to be involved with it, get them involved too. You've got enough access that you can get the people involved with it. So that's number one. Just get them involved. In an earlier video that we did, we talked about culture. And one of the points of culture, one of the biggest reasons in culture, no matter where you are, where you live, is everybody's got to speak the same language. If you live in Italy and you don't speak Italian, it's going to be really hard to communicate and to have a good time and build relationships, etc. The same thing in the salon. So if they're worked their way up, they're probably, no, they've been through it. They don't have to worry about it. They don't feel neglected. But if new people that are getting started and they're being trained on, they're learning more knowledge that the seniors don't know, they might be left out. So just get them involved. I would just say fast track them, help them in the areas that they need with, and then just put them into the areas that they know. So in other words, if somebody doesn't know, is not up to speed on a blow dry, take them to that specific segment. If they don't know how to do a Marcel, let them do that segment so that they can learn on their own speed. If they're having trouble with their bobs, just give them access to the 6-panel bob, and they'll learn from there exactly how to do that. And now they won't feel left out. Second part that I would say is that if you've got those senior stylists in there, I always say, and we've said this time and time again, whether you're there or not, that's fine, but the owner should not be doing the training. Pick one of your senior people, even if you just see that they're a rising star, or somebody that's been around forever and everybody has a lot of respect for, make them the education manager, the artistic director, the senior counsel for education, whatever title you want to give them, and get them involved so it's taking you off the list. And they're involved now because they're doing part of the training. Okay, good. That's one person. But what can you do with the other people? Well, get them involved. If let's say you're doing it, or you have an education manager, have some of the other people sit in on the class when they're doing it. Or if you know that they're doing a particular segment that somebody in the salon is really good at, when the associate is finished with that segment, get them to go to Becky or to Ben and just have that person check their work. And that way that they're getting involved in it. They feel that they're a part of the mentorship that is going on through the program as well. So, the other part is just, getting them to check their work as they're going well and being involved with those associates as they're there. You might have them that if it's their assistant that they're working with, Ben or Becky it's their assistant going through the program, don't just make Ben and Becky the ones that are checking the work. Get them to sign to somebody else as well, so they get another flavor of what's going on. Just make sure that Ben and Becky know it so they don't get their nose out of joint when they're going to somebody else. Always make sure that everybody is involved. So if you just remember those key things, number one, get them involved so that you're picking their knowledge up with building their knowledge up at the same time. Number two is get an education manager, an AD director, get your senior stylists that are involved in sitting in the session work, and then also just getting them to check the work as well. And I'm sure if you're doing it that way, keep them informed, then they're not going to feel left out.